Do you know why you are here?
I believe I do.
Oh yes, I am excited. New comic, new lore, new fun, and new theory. The main thing that initially strikes me if I was to search for something to talk about on this page that I didn't yesterday, and of course, as it turns out, this comic came out as I released my video talking about this comic coming out, but that's fine, is this Omnic, because his hands say, please don't hurt me, but his face, because he's an Omnic and can't make expressions, just says, this is a normal Friday evening for me, and it's a really weird, this is a normal Friday, is that Omnic? I wonder if that's the voice people do to insult Omnics. They do, typical robot. Oh, Omnic racism. Okay, so, Zarya searching. With respect, Chairman Volskaya, this doesn't make sense. You need a spy. Actually, Sergeant Zaryanova, may I call you Alexandra? What I need is a friend. Oh, of course, Chairman Volskaya. Why do we have the same voice? I do not know. Good. In that case, you must call me Katya. I am humbled Chera Katya. Chera Katya, Chera Katya. No, I'll keep it. Alright, I'll keep it serious, okay? So, we have ourselves very much almost a direct continuation to the cinematic here. Zarya has stepped into the room, and this is the following conversation. We know Sombra is blackmailing Volskaya, the boop, a adorably sinister callback to the fact that Sombra is going, I know your daughter because I know you booped her. You wouldn't want me to do anything, would you? Be my friend. So obviously Volskaya is not the kind of woman who's just going to accept this blackmail and is getting Zarya to do something about it, and she clearly has a plan. So now we're over in Yizhang Tower. Interesting. So this is a few weeks later, instantly. No, reports no hacker on Earth could penetrate is the word that I'm going for. Firewalls. Clearly she's going around the world looking for leads as to where Sombra is, what she's doing, and basically it seems like Katya just wants Sombra physically caught so she can be, well, presumably taken care of in some way. I mean, it's a very direct solution to the problem, but it's one that is admittedly suitable to Zarya's style. Often and Banny. Oh, look, it's Effie and Orisa. Okay, so timeline-wise, okay, that's actually really interesting then, because obviously the Sombra reveal happened ages ago in our time, maybe not crazy far away in the past in actual Overwatch world time. Obviously this is weeks and weeks of Zarya going around the globe looking for Sombra leads, but it seems that in the time between Sombra making friends with Katya and Zarya hunting her, Orisa has been built and is functioning, which means that Doomfist has happened during Zarya's search. So this is actually a lot of story threads that get crossed in a time-space line, which is really, really cool. Dombani makes my skin crawl. People associating freely with Omnics. I can't wait to get out of here. How could this get any worse? Greetings, Alexandra. Zarya Nova. I am Link 17. I understand you require my services. You're a robot. She didn't tell me you were a robot. You're very observant. She didn't tell me you were observant. Oh, this guy! I love that. That's fantastic. So this guy then is Link's 17, and is he projecting out of his face lights? Can you call them face lights? Is that allowed? I'm not actually sure. Did you know it was an Omnic? Sometimes you must work with those fights you don't like to fight those you can't common enemy. See, it's all well and good me reading and reacting to these in real time for the first time, because that's a lot of fun, and, you know, I like doing it, but sometimes it means my initial interpretation of, you know, reading English leads to the proof that I really sometimes struggle with basic human function. And if you're wondering why this isn't the fancy animated one, it's simply because it's super delayed this time and isn't out. Do it for me and for our country. You're aware how rude that was, right? What? I see manners are not your strong suit. Lucky for you, the Sombra Collective is something of a passion of mine. They appeared recently, but they have been quite active, hacking governments, corporations, and organizations worldwide. Their motives are not clear, though it's more about just money. How do you do this? I don't think I could explain it so that it would mean anything to you. I have killed many omnics. Why are you offended? You're not one of us. There's no way you could understand. I would rather die than understand a robot. I meant you're not a hacker, but your prejudice is duly logged. There's the door. There is something you do not know about the Sombra Collective. What could you possibly know that I don't? So this is all rather interesting. Zarya very much seems to be going on a force to work with an omnic despite her hatred given what happened in Russia, in order to achieve a goal given to her by Katya, who she really wants to, do well for. So we might end up seeing then a little bit of Zarya's prejudice drop, or if this is really going to remain a strictly business, resentful relationship that will only last for the second it takes for him to finish being useful. It is very cool to see an omnic wearing just like a casual hoodie. I mean, is it just me, or do you often not see casual clothes omnics in these things? I mean, maybe that's a poor observation on my part, but it's just something that strikes me, and honestly, I think it kind of sells him as the hacker. I predicted the antennas mean that this guy is going to be a hackery type person that will help with Sombra, and it looks like that's very much true. The antenna clearly are used for his, well, not necessarily hacking itself, but, data manipulation, gathering, and all of that jazz. Also, Link 17, Link's ears, the antenna to the ears, it's not the subtlest. I do so far think that Zarya is only the choice here because it's the only Russian hero. She seems very much out of her element, but at the same time she is realizing that, so it's not exactly completely jarring, but it's going to be interesting to see where this develops. It is not a collective. Sombra is a woman. She threatened Chairman Volskaya. She threatened Russia. I am searching the world for her so that I may break her. Fine. She took down the head of a Mexican utility company, Lumerico. Her calling card is a sugar skull, and Los Muertos has a large presence in Dorado. Is that all? There's more, but I think you get the picture. When do we leave? You're not coming with me. And here we are then in Dorado. This is a real world hopping experience. This is awesome. So far, nothing like, whoa, reveal we've seen. It's just more, this is new stuff in the Overwatch world, which is always fantastic to experience. I would like nothing more than to help Miss Volskaya eliminate this Sombra, especially after she framed me. Probably not what the Mexican president of Lumerico sounds like. But, it's not like I can be, so it pains me that I cannot give you assistance. My people are looking for a solution to the problem. I can't do that. It's so bad. It's not even a good bad accent, It's just, buena suerte. You'll need it. So now what? Lumerico's resources would have made our search easier. Maybe you didn't find the exact location, but you got me to the area. What are you going to do? To knock on the door until she answers? We knock on doors, we show the picture. $100 a day, hoping someone has seen her. This seems like a really inefficient way to find someone like Sombra. Sombra is obviously quite the elusive, if cocky, but still very good at not being found and doing her various shadowy, hacky shenanigans. I feel like a door-to-door approach outside of inconceivable pure happenstance is not the best way to go about getting this done. I mean, what is this? Have you seen Sombra in the clothes shop? No? Okay, alright. Maybe she's gone grocery shop. No? Alright. She must love bread, right? Everyone loves bread. Is she in the bakery? I feel like I'm playing a fucking game of Where's Waldo in Overwatch comic form. Oh my god. Oh my god. It very much is showing how out of her depth Zarya is, though. I like that she's gone in and just ended up buying bread. Oh, it looks like our omnic friend has found something. These are wonderful. Have you seen this woman? I'm listening. What is your name?
Hi, I'm Inconceivable Pure Happenstance.
Oh, Alejandra's making an appearance. Oh, so many connected dots. Alejandra, I am Alessandra. We have same name. Why did that make me laugh? It's not like if I meet someone else called Josh, I'm like, yo, I'm Josh. They're like, oh, I'm also Josh. It's not something I tend to do. Has she done something wrong? She has. If I helped you, you would be my hero. Aw, Zarya. I do like that about Zarya. She's obviously an intimidating woman, ridiculously strong, powerful, but she is still, you know, a little sweetie, and that's fantastic. You think that girl has information that no hacker in the world has gotten? The same hackers who think Sombra is several people. Touché. So, how many? How many what? How many omnics have you killed? Hundreds. ... So much for the element of surprise. Robots like surprise. It's how they destroyed my village. That is suddenly... Okay, alright, just throw that in there. Zarya is the type of person to just sprinkle personal tragedy into an otherwise very light conversation. Hello, I am Zarya. Nice to meet you. Well, hello, Zarya. I'm Gerald. Where are you from? I am from Russia. Russia! I bet it's very cold over there. Yes, it is unbelievably freezing. Much like my heart after omnics murder entire village and kill everyone I love. How is the weather where you're from? I do love, by the way, this frontal attack approach on what I can only assume is Sombra's base, or at least one of them. It's very Zarya-esque, right? She's not going to be one for sneaking around. She's going to walk up to the front door and just laser it down. It's perfect. The main interesting thing here is Alejandra knowing where Sombra is, because Sombra is obviously someone who is very good at hiding. She hid from everyone, powerful people with lots of resources for years. In fact, she only ever got found by one mysterious entity we don't know about, so for a random little girl to know where she is, that has to be deliberate, which is one of two options. Either they know each other, which is interesting, or Sombra's very much aware she's being followed, which makes sense. This is Sombra, and deliberately wants Zarya led to her, and has thus told Alejandra to make that happen, which opens up a whole other can of worms. I'm sorry for your loss. It is not for you to apologize. You were not there. So yeah, straight up, the door is gone. Hold, I'll have these down in a sec. And the other security protocols. Not going to die today. You can't be afraid. That is an emotion. So here is where it starts then. And by the way, the hacker actually proving somewhat useful, disabling various Sombra securities. And if he is disabling Sombra securities, then that speaks volumes as to his skills. So that's quite awesome in of itself. But for Zarya to even utter that sentence, it's very clear the kind of hate that she harbors, you know? I mean, not even really hate, although that is clearly there, but this ironclad viewpoint of omnics. Machines equals not human, equals no emotion, equals is fine to pulverize into dust, you know? It's a very understandable but almost simple train of thought. I can feel. I'm suddenly angry you killed so many omnics, and I feel sorrow for what you went through. That's not real, it's just programming, which really is the crux of the matter. Is perfectly simulated and realistic emotion still to be taken and considered as actual emotion? It's not the most subtle subtext, but it is still certainly an interesting idea to play with, especially with this follow-up of, and humans aren't programmed, I bet you weren't born hating my kind, and that's very much a fair point, because obviously you can very much air quotes, program humans to do things. Conditioning is very much a real thing, but more importantly, I think we're about to see Sombra. Trouble in paradise? You! Yes, me. Whoa, itchy trigger finger there. Haha, I love that so much. Zarya is here to stop Sombra. Zarya is going to open fire on Sombra within seconds of seeing her. And that's very fitting for Zarya as a character, and that's really, really well done. I like that. So Sombra instantly going stealth. And you're Alessandra Zarya Nova, hero of Russia and Kachavolskaya's very ill-advised puppet. You mind not wrecking my stuff? Sure, as soon as I find you. Oh yeah, look, she's just straight up lasering in a circle, which is admittedly quite an effective way to get Sombra out of stealth. I'm kind of elusive, you know, like winning the Summer Games. Huh. That's actually quite cool, right? Unless I'm mistaken, there's never been any specific confirmation, maybe outside of some voice lines I'm not aware about, but at least not in external lore that I am familiar with, where the events in Overwatch are actually confirmed to be real things that exist in the world. I mean, it was very obvious to suspect that they do, especially something like Summer Games. It's just the Overwatch's World Olympics, but to see them so casually mentioned like that, to see it not really confirmed, because it's not like dun 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 confirmed, but just this, well, referencing them like any person could reference the Olympics in real life. That kind of makes me happy, right? Because just that throwaway line is so indicative of the overall working world of Overwatch that it's just kind of nice to me. It's very casual world building, and I love me a bit of casual world building. And your omnic pal, quite the odd couple, got a bit of barrier work going on there. I love seeing the various Overwatch characters fight. It's always very impressive when not restrained to game mechanics. So Gachi sent you to track me down as she throws her teleporter, and obviously we have the omnic guy taking very much note of that. His antenna seems to be all up in there, so maybe we're going to see a sort of counter hack. Oh, what if she teleports and it's messed up and it's, oh no, that could go really wrong, right? Like he hacks it's only half of her transmits. Ooh, no, it's not going to be that gruesome actually. Why would I even consider that? But that is definitely the potential to happen, right? I thought she and I were friends, not very friendly. You tried to kill her. You want to destroy Russia. I will destroy you. Zarya is honestly quite intimidating when she gets mad. So yeah, this guy's obviously tuned into it. He knows it's activating, and that means we know where Sombra's going to be for a brief second. And yeah, look, there we have it. She fires off a quick, what is this? Well, my dear.
Огонь по готовности!
Let me go, or the world will know Katya's dirty little secret, and yours, that her new technology comes from the robots you hate. What? Oh, this is rich, she never told you. Trust me, you think your side is in the right? Wrong. So this raises a lot of questions. It's plot twisty for sure, though not completely out of nowhere. It would make sense that she has got this sudden surge in technology and robotics from, well, the super, effective sentient robots. But obviously, Volskaya is a well-loved public figure, a paragon of defense for the Russian people, who are, of course, a people in a country absolutely ravaged by the Omnic War. Zarya's whole village was destroyed by Omnic, so when she finds out this person she looks up to is doing this mission for, and by when she finds out, she has found out, is effectively in bed with the enemy, that's not good. And it's obvious now, while Volskaya wanted to keep this hush-hush, because this is political suicide, maybe actual suicide, depending on how badly people would react to this information, which I'm guessing pretty badly, honestly. So this actually even further, right? Because Talon pre-Doomfist wanted Katya dead. But Talon with Doomfist wants Katya alive, because Doomfist was happy that the mission to assassinate her failed. And what does Doomfist want? Doomfist wants a war between humans and Omnics to further humanity through the fires of conflict. So Doomfist has to believe that either knowingly or unknowingly, willingly or unwillingly, Katya being alive is going to somehow further that cause. Which means it's quite possible that it is, well, a likely scenario that all of Katya's robots, the giant robots that you see, can quite easily be, well, turned against humanity. It only takes one of them, and then suddenly that old hatred is sparked once again. You see one killer robot, suddenly you only see all robots as killer robots, and, well, here we go again. So what is Sombra's angle in all of this? Does she want this? Does she want to stop this? Huh. Whatever the case, you will never threaten anyone again. Olivia Coloma, and that's from... Oh, that's Sombra's name! That's really cool. That's also a huge moment. Because, think about this. In loads of media, right, knowing someone's name or knowing someone's true name gives you power over them. Your name is your identity. It's what's attached to you, what encapsulates you as a person. You know, it's your assigned thing. So for someone to know your name when you are someone that prides yourself on keeping information hidden, and obviously as Sombra, you don't want people knowing who you are, that is a huge power play. That is a full-on, like, what? That is a breaking point right there for Sombra to... This is the equivalent of Zarya gut-punching her, but verbally, you know? Someone who's all about information is power. Well, Zarya just laid down a power play of immeasurable magnitude on Sombra of all people. So just this little panel here, that is absolutely huge. Also, I feel like the name Olivia isn't what I was expecting for Sombra, but then again, you can say that with a lot of names and a lot of people, so that is fine. Here's the thing, Katya lied to you twice. I want her in power. There's something bigger going on. It will affect everyone, everything, I'm assuming whatever Talon is doing, and I thought she was the one who was going to help me get to the bottom of it. Why should I believe you? So clearly, I mean, maybe it's not what Talon is doing. Maybe there is a larger conspiracy that thinks Talon v Overwatch and all of that is just, children squabbling. And the biggest evidence we have to that is this mysterious entity that we still don't know what is, that found Sombra the one time she's been, well, beaten at her own game. Maybe to Sombra, whatever this is, whatever this conspiracy she is working on, she's unearthing, is way bigger than another omnic war. Because surely, if her goal was to stop or ignite another omnic war, whichever side she's on, she could quite comfortably already do that from her position within Talon, either sabotage or help them to her full ability. So I feel like maybe there's going to be a sort of heel turn. Talon's going to turn out to be not the real bad guys, and there's going to be a much larger force at play that might change, well, everything. Oh, God, there's so much going on, right? This comic has built huge amounts of potential and connected a lot of dots and really expanded a lot of the world. That is fantastic. Ha ha ha! What was that? Listen, mi amiga, between Katya and me, one of us hasn't lied to you. Oh, and this house will explode in a minute. You might want to get your robot friend out. It is not my... What did you do? I hacked it. In Numbani, no one tracks me and gets away with it. That makes sense, right? Because there's no way someone like Sombra wasn't aware she was being tracked if it was happening for that long, and... Okay... See, obviously this is supposed to be, you know, a stare-off moment, but I feel like with a slight context change...
I've been really trying, baby, trying to hold back this feeling for so long.
I can't tell whether I failed or succeeded. To be honest, I didn't think you'd get as far as you did. Well done. Covering it up, why not take the gun from her hands? Confess. Okay, so this is clearly Zarya and Katya talking, and Zarya's like, why not just tell people what you've done, and then she has nothing on you? Obviously, as we've said, that would be an awful situation for Katya to be in. And obviously we have Katya being like, oh, Zarya, if only you knew what was really happening. So clearly Volskaya is aware of something. And the thing is, mega corporations are a big deal in Overwatch. Look at Lumerico. So maybe there is this secret, super secret, almost collective that are really pulling some strings, and that's what Sombra is trying to uncover, and Volskaya is a part of that. And obviously if Sombra is blackmailing Volskaya, she gains direct access to that, because clearly Sombra cannot access this by hacking alone, as she would have done. She needs Volskaya. So I think this goes much bigger than anything Talon are trying to do. Oh god, it's so cool. And the thing is, whatever Sombra told Zarya, which we're not really privy to, has given her a change of perspective, because she's not letting Katya call her by her name anymore. You know, she's being formal, going against the friend established at the start. So the question is, what is Zarya going to do? Whose side is she on now? How is she going to react to everything that she's learnt? Does she have a soft spot for Omnics? Is she starting to see it a little bit different? She saved this guy. Ooh, that is a very cool image of Zarya, isn't it? Like, my word, that is awesome. So the real question remains then, what is this larger conspiracy? What does Zarya intend to do about it / confronting Volskaya? And just a general huge helping of what the hell is going on. I love it. Let me know what you guys think. Theory away. Like if you enjoyed this, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. You've been